Welcome to the Joe Fragilé channel. I'm Joe Fragilé, white guy on a mission to bring you the alternative truth. And on today's episode, Donald Trump's amazing victory in the 2024 election. Isn't this the most incredible news? Oh my God. I didn't necessarily think he was going to win. I hoped he would, but to win in such a landslide, it's incredible. And he has the Senate, he may have the House, he already has the Supreme Court. So in a few weeks, he will be the most powerful man in the world. And it's long overdue. I mean, this should have happened 4 years ago. It's just the best news. I mean, nothing will stop him. Americans overwhelmingly looked at this guy, and despite, the convictions, the latent racism, the rallies where he said he would kill his opponents or have people shoot the media or none of that matters. America overwhelmingly said this is the guy that should lead us. And that's an incredible thing. Imagine. So Trump's team plans to fix it so that Republicans always win elections. Democrats will be shut out. They'll change the law so Trump can keep being elected term after term after term. Trump's team will ensure that no American has to vote again. Imagine that, voting, such a pain. Nobody really wants to vote. It's a civic duty. Imagine if you didn't have to do it anymore. Wouldn't that be great? And you just get the leader you want automatically? Imagine every single election, the Republican, whether it be Trump or whoever succeeds him, St. J.D. Vance, the Republicans will always win 95% of the vote every single time. What a fantastic system. And we don't need to worry about voting. We don't need to worry about campaigns and rallies and all that crap. We don't need any of it. Anybody who tries to bring Trump down will either disappear or accidentally fall out of a hospital window. It happens a lot, especially in Russia. Wars are going to end. The war in Ukraine will end on day one. Trump will force Ukraine to surrender all the land that Russia has taken so far, and then the war will end, the invasion will be over, and Putin will stop because I'm sure he'll stop. He's going to stop. The war in the Middle East has been terrible, and it will end because the US will now get involved. And Iran is going to get flattened in a huge fireball. Netanyahu will have no restraints on him whatsoever, so he can bomb whoever the hell he likes, whenever he likes. The conflict will end in no time. What could possibly go wrong? And all those hangers on in NATO, oh, NATO's finished. And that's great because it costs a fortune. Most countries don't pay their fair share. Let Putin invade Poland or Finland. This doesn't affect me in Canada. It doesn't affect anybody in the United States. We can have another Soviet Union again. Why not? And get this, guys, millions of illegals will be put in camps or deported. And finally, the US will be illegal immigrant free. I'm sure it'll just be the illegal immigrants. Imagine the US with no crime because all the immigrants are gone. And there are going to be more tax cuts, mostly for the wealthy, and the deficit will probably explode again like it did in Trump's first term. But isn't that great? More tax cuts because we need less public services. Abortion will be banned nationwide, finally. I mean, a lot of women are going to bleed out in parking lots because doctors can't treat them. But I think that's a small price to pay to save the babies, right? There'll be no more babies executed after they're born, which I thought was murder. But apparently it happens. And oh my gosh, RFK Jr. He is going to ensure that all vaccines are outlawed. And this is the most crucial thing. I mean, we'll all get polio and diphtheria again, but that's what God intended, right? I think. Most importantly, guys, we owned the libs. Look at their crushed faces. All that woke politics and climate nonsense they've been pushing down our throats for years. this is what they get in return. Doesn't it feel great? God, I love seeing their faces. Strange, I thought it'd be more. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be great. So let's have our reading today. It's from the book of Revelations, chapter 23. I don't know why I chose this one, but anyway, beginning at the first verse. And the heavens did rain fire and blood onto the land, and the false prophet did laugh at the mortals and their petty priorities. Plagues were unleashed upon the people, and the rivers choked and died. The sky burned with righteous fury, and men and women did explode into tiny pieces, which the false prophet did gather and shape into a giant burger, which he flame grilled and consumed greedily. And there was no salvation, and Eric did not get the hug he so desperately sought from his father. Thanks be to Trump voters for their blind loyalty. I'm Joe Fragilé, white guy on a mission to bring you the alternative truth. Have a great Trumpian day. Are we done? Yeah. I thought I'd feel more, just kind of empty, you know? Can you show me some more pictures of liberals crying? Maybe that'll help. Oh boy, what have we done?